so we're gonna skip this.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to our 2023 awards ceremony celebrating our students here from this 2022-2023 academic year. I'd like to welcome everybody here in person and joining us online. We are live streaming. And I want to also just give you a note, not all of our students could be here today. The vast majority who are receiving awards will be, but we are going to announce every name for every award all the same, okay? And I want to also extend some very special thanks to all of our production support, our administrative support, our staff support, who are all responsible for making this happen, as well, of course, as our wonderful presenters of faculty and staff here tonight as well. I would like to begin with a land acknowledgement statement, where we would like to acknowledge with respect the indigenous people on whose ancestral lands the new school now stands. We are gathered on the unceded land of the Lenape peoples. We ask you to join us in acknowledging the Lenape community, their elders, both past and present, as well as future generations. The new school also acknowledges that it was founded upon exclusions and erasures of many indigenous peoples, including those on whose land this institution is located. This acknowledgement demonstrates a commitment to beginning the process of working to dismantle the ongoing legacies of settler colonialism. And now to get us started, I'd like to invite our Executive Dean, Richard Kessler, to share a few words with you.
Thank you very much and welcome everyone. How about a round of applause for Jennifer Patton? Our incredible Director of Strategic, I have to look at her title, there's so many titles, and her title has changed. Director of Strategic Initiatives and Special Projects. So thank you, Jennifer, who has put in an enormous amount of work. She's thanked everybody else who's put in the work for this event and for the commencement last night, but actually, and has not thanked herself, because who thanks themselves? But I would like to thank Jennifer Patton for all of Jennifer's work in these two events. Thank you so much. So this is a relatively new event, this College of Performing Arts Mannes Jazz and Drama Awards ceremony. You know, the college is not that old. We started the college in 2015, and yes, time flies. But prior to the college, these three schools within the college, the School of Jazz and Contemporary Music, the School of Drama, and the Mannes School of Music were separate and literally were in three separate locations, had their own course catalogs, had their own faculties, didn't have bell schedule in common, didn't have any courses that were in common, did not do joint performances. And as I said, one was on the Upper West Side, one was all the way on the West Side over on Bank Street, only on Bank Street. There was no BFA program at that point. And then the jazz school was on, the School of Jazz and Contemporary Music was on the 5th and 6th floors of Arnhold Hall only. And each one of the commencements was different. Last night, I think, really was the first full-fledged uniting of the three schools together in a college in a full commencement that really didn't feel like everybody was saying, oh, I wish we were just doing the Mannes School by itself or the jazz school by itself, but a real celebration of the three schools. And this award ceremony is similar in that respect, a joining of these three schools. And actually, through the various awards that we are giving, you see the history of the schools through the various names, whether it be the Belafontes or whether it be Carl Schachter. Many of the luminaries, many of the very important people in the history of these three schools, and to some degree the history also of the new school separately, in the ways in which it taught and has had a glorious history in the performing arts, is represented in these awards. And so that's something that's very special. We've tried to sort of connect the past to the present and imbuing or investing these awards in particular students selected by various faculty members and other leaders in the institution. It's a way actually of taking the past to the present and investing in these people, in these young people who have excelled into the future. Now I'd like to say I think that the awards need to be seen in a particular way. For me, I'd like to convince you of that. The awards are certainly recognition of excellence. There's no question of special qualities. But what I would tell you is we could easily triple, quadruple, quintuple the number of awards we're given because there are just so many fine students who have done so many things that we would like to be able to give so many more awards to. We would just have to be running award ceremonies basically all day and night, and you really can't do that. So I think that the way that I've come to reconcile this for myself, and this is what I'd like to convince you of, is that each one of these awards that our graduating students will receive today really are not just about the work that these individuals have done, but they really do represent the entirety of the student body. And what happens is the award is to the individual, but the award is also in recognition, as I said, a way of thinking about the entirety of the community and the ways in which so many people have excelled and so many people have done fine work. So that's how I would sort of really, I hope that you'll view it this way. It's a great celebration of the individual and a way in which the individual actually represents the collective. And that's what we think of our awards. So I think the best place to start, I'm going to just go off script a little bit, and it's not unusual for me to do that. And I hate scripts to begin with, so there's that. I will do a little bit of ad hoc mentioning of the people in some of the names. Not everyone, but the very first one is almost impossible for me not to say something. I can't just say the Valerie Foyer Award. It would be impossible to do that. Unfortunately, Valerie Foyer is not here with us today because she's in Connecticut. But Valerie Foyer started at Mannes when it was still an independent school in 1986. And she started as assistant to the dean. And she just stepped down, I think it's a year and a half or so ago. And Valerie Foyer worked for the then president Chuck Kaufman when it was an independent entity, and then she worked as assistant to the dean when we joined the new school in 1989. And then in 1995 or 1996, when Joel Lester became the dean, she was assistant to Joel Lester. And in 2011, when myself, Richard Kessler, became the dean, she was, what was she? I don't think she was assistant to the dean anymore. She was basically director of administration, and she became the vice dean for finance and administration. And not to steal anything from Virgil Thompson or anyone else, but we really did in many ways see her as the mother of us all. And Valerie sort of made the trains run. And so we decided when she was stepping down after 35 or 36 years of service, and she's still doing consulting work for the university, believe it or not, we would name an award for her. So that's the first award, and that's my first a little bit of sort of embellishment as to why are we giving a Valerie Foyer Award. So the Valerie Foyer Leadership Award is presented to students who have exhibited excellence in leadership and community building at the College of Performing Arts. This year's award recipients are Ethan Osman and Pauline Roberts. Please come up. Now, Ethan's not here, so Ethan will receive his award by carrier pigeon, I think is the way we're going to transmit that to him. So we have the Carl Schachter Award. Carl Schachter is another one. You can't just give the Carl Schachter Award without saying, and I promise I won't say something for every single award, because I'm not presenting every single award. But the Carl Schachter Award is a very important award for an extremely important person. Carl was a student at Mannes, and I believe he graduated. He might have been in the first class when Mannes gave its first accredited bachelor's degree, which, Gesundheit, Emma, was a Bachelor of Science degree around maybe 1953. And Carl was in that first class. And Carl then became dean not that far in the future. And he was dean through some very complicated periods in Mannes' history. Carl went on to, during his peak, as a music theorist and scholar, Carl went on to become perhaps the most noted American music theorist and co-authored any number of books with one of his teachers, Felix Salzer, voice leading and harmony, or I'm maybe getting the name, Robert Cookson will straighten me out later. And then composition and counterpoint, which he did with Edward Aldwell, if I'm not getting all my names. And Carl also, for many, many years, almost every significant figure in Mannes was taught one way or the other by Carl Schachter. Even people like Simeon Bitchkov, the leading conductor in the world, took private lessons in theory with Carl Schachter. And his influence of Carl Schachter in the field of music theory is profound. And Carl is still alive and with us. Unfortunately, couldn't be here today. But we give this award to someone who has a living legacy, someone whose books are still used as seminal texts, and someone who has played an incredibly important role in the field of music theory, and of course the life of the Mannes School of Music, not to mention other schools he was associated with, including Queens College, Columbia University, and the Juilliard School. So I am pleased to present the Carl Schachter Award, which is presented to a student for demonstrated excellence in conducting. Carl also studied conducting. And this year's award recipient is William Cavison. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome Emma Griffin to the podium, to the music stand.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Emma Griffin. I'm the Managing Artistic Director of Mannes Opera. It is my great pleasure to give the Michael Siska Opera Award. This award is given to a graduating student exhibiting extraordinary promise for the future and exceptional service to the department. And this year, I am very delighted to present this award to Christopher Lau. I am pleased to introduce my colleague, Glynis Rigby.
Thank you. It's nice to see everyone. I am Glynis Rigsby, Assistant Professor of Dramatic Arts and Program Director of the Bachelors of Fine Arts in Dramatic Arts. And I am here to present the Vinette Justine Carroll Award. The Vinette Justine Carroll Award recognizes the groundbreaking and multidisciplinary career of an actor, a writer, a New School alumna, and the first Black woman to direct on Broadway. By connecting the practice of this extraordinary artist with that of graduating students from the School of Drama. This year, our recipients are, and we have 4, Carly Consalvo. Thanks, Carly. Marielle Mercedes. Zoe Shea Peacock Jones. And Antonio de la Vega. Please congratulate our recipients of the Vinette Justine Carroll Award. And now I'd like to present Stephen Brown-Fried.
Thank you, Glynis. I'm Stephen Brown-Fried, Vice Dean of Curriculum and Learning for the College of Performing Arts. It is my great privilege to present the Dreyfus Award tonight. The Dreyfus Award is awarded to a student in the Masters of Arts program in Arts Management and Entrepreneurship who best exemplifies the aims of the program. The recipient of this award is talented, entrepreneurial, and socially engaged. The Dreyfus Award recipient has also demonstrated leadership at school, in their creative work, and in community settings. And this year, the Dreyfus Award goes to Rashidat Raz Badajo. Now it's my privilege to introduce Keller Coker.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Keller Coker, Dean of the School of Jazz and Contemporary Music and Associate Dean of the College of Performing Arts. And it's my privilege to present the Alice and John Coltrane Awards of Excellence. These awards are given each year to recognize outstanding artist citizens from a broad spectrum of practices at the School of Jazz and Contemporary Music. During their time at the New School, each of these fine musicians has demonstrated a dedication to music making and creativity at the highest level. This year, our award recipients are Alexis Arkus Duntov, Noah Lee Chait, Omri Bar Giora, Jasper H. Grigsby Schulte, and Devlin Tenney. Head over there, we'll get a picture. Omri. Yes. Yeah, let's go over here. Yes, yes. Awesome. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Kara Hagen.
Good evening, my name is Kara Hagen. I'm an associate professor and program director of the MFA in Contemporary Theater Performance. And tonight I'm presenting the Judith Malina Award, named for the co-founder of the Living Theater and New School Dramatic Workshop alumna. The Judith Malina Award recognizes graduating artists at the School of Drama who have not only demonstrated artistic excellence within their craft, but who also, through the pursuit of artistic innovation and experimentation, have contributed to the advancement of the craft. And this year's awards go to Sophia Feldman, Ayana Green, and Gordon Gatsby Griffin. I am pleased to ask Robert Cuxon to come to the podium, please.
Let me find where I am. Thank you. Yes. Very good. I'm Robert Coxon. I'm the chair of the chair of the Techniques of Music Department and professor of Techniques of Music. Felix Salzer came to Mannes in 1940, where he was really the founder of the Department of the Techniques of Music, and in fact the founder of the Mannes College in 1952. And he was the teacher of Karl Schachter, among many others. The Felix Salzer Techniques of Music Award is given to a student who has demonstrated excellence within the subjects embraced by the Techniques of Music curriculum. The winners of the Felix Salzer Techniques of Music Award are Sarah Case, Clancy Ellis, and Ethan Osman. it's my pleasure to ask Pavlina Darkovska to come and give the next awards.
Good evening, everyone. What a thrilling event. I'm chairing the piano department of Manus, and I am the artistic director, founder of Manus Sounds Festival. And it's a great honor and pleasure to be with you all. We have 2 piano awards to give to our superb pianists. And I'm going to start with the Joseph Fidelman Memorial Award for Piano. It's given to a graduating pianist who has demonstrated significant accomplishment as a performer of new music. This year, the award goes to Joshua Binghorst and Shangju Liu. Please come on stage. The Stein Award is awarded to pianists who demonstrate excellence across 3 areas: artistic excellence, service to the school, and service to their fellow students. We have quite a few of those. And we're going to go one by one. In alphabetical order. Yang Gao. Rishi Mirchandani. Nicholas Giacalone. Nicholas Caponas. Georgi Lekov. Junlin Liu. Guanan Alice Liu. Nicholas Christian Polwyk, but I don't think he's here. Dao Shutan. And Meiyu Wu. It is my honor to introduce my colleague, Gail Feck, the interim Dean of School of Drama.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, I'm Gail Faquette, and I am the interim dean of the School of Drama. It's my great pleasure to present the Harry Belafonte Arts and Leadership Award. We have 2 recipients tonight. So, taking inspiration from one of the great artists, activists, The Harry Belafonte Arts and Leadership Award is given to one graduate and one undergraduate student from the School of Drama who have demonstrated outstanding dedication to the pursuit of their artistic work, advocacy for their peers, and the continued betterment of the School of Drama community. Happy to announce these names. This year's awards go to Naomi Ondakane, and the second award is for Antonio de la Vega. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce the next presenter, Caroline Sonet Asor, the director of Manus Prep.
Hello, my name is Caroline Sonet Asor, director of Manus Prep. It's my great pleasure today to present the Manus Prep Service Award. The Manus Prep Service Award is given to a graduating student or students who have demonstrated outstanding service to Manus Prep through their hard work, musical mentorship, and good humor. These students have been a positive role model for Prep Division students, provided valuable support to administration and faculty, and been great citizens in our community. These two particular students who are being awarded this honor today have demonstrated just outstanding above and beyond service to the Manus Prep community. They have both served as ensemble managers for various ensembles. They have dealt with very challenging situations with grace and dignity. They have provided behind-the-scenes administrative support to Manus Prep, and they have served alongside our students, playing along with them in our ensembles, providing musical mentorship and support. I am pleased to present this year's award to Georgi Lekov and Michelle Muller. I would now like to invite Pablo Hegra to take the stand.
Good evening. I'm Pablo Helguera. I'm Assistant Professor and Program Director of Arts Management and Entrepreneurship. I'm here to introduce or present two awards. One is the Masters of Arts Management and Entrepreneurship Capstone Award, which is given to students with top scores on their capstone project and students whose projects demonstrate the capacity for both short-term and long-term impact. This award also recognizes students who have demonstrated an exceptional capacity to overcome a variety of challenges and adapt their capstones in response. This year's recipient is Melike Vivastin Konur. And the Masters of Arts Management and Entrepreneurship Special Recognition Awards are given to students for noteworthy achievement in creating a capstone project that demonstrates creativity, entrepreneurial innovation, and that has a potential for significant short-term and long-term impact. This year's recipients are Yu Li and Ziyi Yuan. And now it's my pleasure to introduce David T. Little.
Oh, the script has disappeared. Here we go. Thank you. Hi, I'm David T. Little. I'm the chair of the Department of Composition here at Manus, and I will be presenting the award for the Martineau Composition Prize, which is given to a student or students demonstrating a unique voice and originality in musical composition for the orchestra, The award is given in honor of the distinguished composer and former Mannes teacher, Bohuslav Martinu. This year we have 2 recipients, and before I name them, I want to give a special acknowledgement to the Mannes Orchestra, who are so vital to, performers are so vital to composers in general, but especially orchestra, because there are so many of them all in one place. And David Hayes and the Mannes Orchestra have been so great in providing readings for the composition students, and a recent development is that the winners of the Martinu Prize will receive the world premiere during the Mannes Orchestra season next year. So thank you to David Hayes for that. So the 2 winners of the Martinu Prize, both with works mysteriously aquatic in nature, are Arjun Singh Dogra for Live Salmon and J.L. Marler for Saltwater Lung. It's my pleasure to reintroduce Dean Richard Kessler.
Thank you, David. The Newton Swift Piano Award is presented each year to a graduating pianist or pianists who, in addition to being an outstanding soloist, is also an amiable colleague in accompanying and chamber music. This year's awards go to Maria Kolosova and Ji Woo Yoon. The Theodore Presser Undergraduate Award. The Presser Undergraduate Scholar Award is awarded each year to a rising senior earning a very high grade point average who has worked with distinction throughout their course of study. Last year's Presser Scholar was Albert Newberry. This year's recipient is Yuki Guan. Thank you. Wow, that's great. And I would now like to re-welcome to the music stand Keller Coker and Emma Griffin.
Why don't we use yours?
All right, here we go. Hello again. It's my pleasure to co-present a very special award today with Emma Griffin.
Keller and I have the pleasure of presenting the Richard F. Gold Career Grant. Established by the will of Richard F. Gold, the Shoshana Foundation carries out Richard's lifelong dream of assisting young, gifted American singers with their career development. After working at both the New York City Opera and the Chamber Opera Theater of New York, Richard knew firsthand how critical the early stages of a young singer's career was.
The Shoshana Foundation grew out of Richard's commitment to young vocalists. The foundation annually awards the Richard F. Gold Career Grant to these talented artists through music schools and apprenticeship programs. All recipients are selected by the faculty or program leaders.
This year's Richard F. Gold Career Grant recipients are Elise Albion. And Elise isn't here. They are singing a series of concerts in California right now.
And Gabriel Obdulia Beniquez.
Who's next?
Right. And I'd like to welcome back Richard Kessler and Gail Fiquette.
The following Dean's Awards are special prizes given for outstanding contributions to each of the College of Performing Arts schools, the School of Jazz and Contemporary Music, the School of Drama, and the Mannes School of Music. This year, the Mannes Dean's Awards go to Vashan Aurora and Elise Albion. Vashan, please.
All right, Vashan, congratulations. And this year's School of Jazz and Contemporary Music Dean's Awards go to Ori Chen and Henry Robert Plotnick. You know, it's wild. Last year it went to 2 alto saxophone players, and this year 2 piano players. So there's something going on in the cards here.
All right. So this year, the Drama Dean's Awards go to Carly Consalvo and Clara Grusk.
I also have the privilege of announcing the Dean's Award for the Performer Composer Program. And this year's recipient is the great Shinya Lin. And I think we turn it back over to Richard.
And we thank you, Richard.
Thank you. All right, I love it. I'm going to say a few words, but very few, actually. I think I'd like to give another award. We don't have anything to hand out, and I really don't have anything but my gratitude to offer, and that will have to be the award for the moment. But I would like to extend my gratitude, my most heartfelt gratitude, to all of the faculty of the College of Performing Arts, the School of Drama, the School of Jazz and Contemporary Music, and the Mannes School of Music. All the work, all the time, all the effort, all the expertise, all the creativity. I believe that we have the greatest faculty in the world of any school of its kind. I also want to extend my gratitude in lieu of an award to the staff of the College of Performing Arts, who are just the most incredible people in the world and just do the most incredible job. And I would like to say the university may not make my life easy, but the staff makes my life easy. And my gratitude, words cannot fully express how much I appreciate every one of the staff members, the work that they do, the care that they have, the commitment that they bring every single day to try to do our very best by every single student, and to try to support us to be the best possible institution of learning in the performing arts that we can possibly be. So I do want to say thank you to the staff and to the faculty, and offer my gratitude in lieu of an award. I would also like to thank some people specifically because of the extra work that's been put into these events, and also to thank everyone who joined here in person and everyone who's joined online. But of the staff who've made these events, these specific events possible, and they're not a trivial matter to put together, Gesundheit, Emma. It's allergy season in New York, in case you haven't figured that out yet. Carly Visconti. Yejin Lee. Dylan Friedman. Matt Craig. Ashley Salvagen, Dylan James, Rachel Housley, Jen Patton. And now, to conclude, I would like to welcome every award recipient who's here today and has stuck around to come up to the front for a group photo, and then we will conclude the 2023 College of Performing Arts Award Ceremony. So please, come on up.